So how balanced is your life? That was the question we tackled in my last video. And we talked about the categories of improvement and also how do you represent your life in the form of a wheel. I hope you have done that work. I hope you watched that video in the first place. If not, I sincerely request you to go back and watch it because otherwise this video may not make a lot of sense to you. In this video, we will also discuss how do you apply this concept of balancing in a regular life. Hi, my name is Neeraj Kumar and thank you so much for your time, and I am sure you're going to love this video for a very simple reason because you're going to learn how to balance your life and how to grow your life, and this could be a game changer. And thank you so much for being with me. And if you're not subscribed, I request you to subscribe because there's some more videos coming up. I'm sure you're going to be loving that. Please press that bell icon so that when I release the next video, you will be the first person to see at your convenience. So you remember we talked about how balanced is your life, and you also created your wheel of life. So to create balance in life, we must understand the concept of happiness. And once we understand what do we mean by being happy, then it's easy for us to create a balance because remember we have to grow. So I am going to share with you a very simple but very powerful formula. It is called CL is equal to DL, then you are happy. What do I mean by that? CL is current life, DL is desired life, then you are happy. That's it. For example, let us take one of the categories of growth, that is finance. Your desired life is, let's say, 2 lakhs per month, you are absolutely thrilled. And your current life, you are already earning 2 lakhs per month. You are happy with your financial situation. Simple as that. Let's talk about career. If you say, you know what, if I get my promotion once in 3 years, then I will be extremely happy in my career, and you are already getting it probably once in 2.5 or 3 years. You are thrilled. Whereas, if you say, I need promotion every 6 months, but you are getting every once in, let's say, 3 years or 4 years, you are unhappy because your CL is not equal to DL. That's simple. Let me also tell you, it is not as simple as it looks because one of the experiences I had made me realize how powerful this concept. I was doing a workshop for one of the groups. It was a huge group. Basically, we had about 1,000 people. One of the CEOs got up and he said, Neeraj, you know what? I asked him, are you happy? He said, no, I am not. I asked him why. No, my financial situation is not all that great. I was supposed to make 50 crore in profit last year. This was about 10 years ago, okay? And I made about 28 crores. I'm not too thrilled about it. I'm not happy with my financial situation. Poor guy. Okay. So for him, DL is 50 crores, CL is 28 crores, and he's unhappy. And there was another guy, I asked him, are you thrilled? Are you happy in your financial life? He said, I'm thrilled. I asked him why. I wanted a increment of 5,000 rupees and I got it. Now I can send money to my home in my village. I'm so happy. Look at it. That means the DL, the desired life, there is no comparison with anybody. It is your own desired life and it is your own definition. So that means who is responsible for your happiness? It's only you. Lord Krishna in Bhagavad Gita says, Uddhare atmanatmanam atmana mama sadhayet atmaiva atmana bandhuhu atmaiva ripuratmanaha. One of the basic understandings is atmaiva atmana bandhuhu. You are your best friend. Atmaiva ripuratmanaha. You are your worst enemy. Look at it. The criteria to set or criteria to be happy, it's in your hands. That is DL. And where are you when it comes to CL? Period. So probably then you might ask a question, but Neeraj, that CEO is right. Because if you don't have ambition, what is that? You cannot be happy with the little stuff, right? You should be ambitious. It's a wonderful thing to have ambition. Then what's wrong with it? I said, beautiful. You must have ambition. But why do you suffer in your journey? That's the question I have. For example, I have no problems in you having 100 crore ambition. The problem here is, are you suffering your way to achieve 100 crores? Are you thrilled? That's the only definition. But let me tell you what happens. Even if that guy achieves 50 crores, obviously next year his goal is going to be 60 crores or 75 crores. There are chances he might, or there are chances he might not. Look at the journey he is having. He is suffering. That's exactly what do I mean by that. There is no problem in having ambitions, but the question is, are you happy achieving the goal? That's the process. So I will give some examples of CL is equal to DL on other categories. For example, let's take health. Imagine if your DL is I must have six pack and your current life is you're a family pack. So it's not the same. You're unhappy and we understand that. So what do? I can never become six pack, Neeraj, but would I be perennially unhappy? Probably not. You may want to reduce the DL or increase the CL for you to balance, period. So how do I balance it? Two strategies. Either you increase the CL or you reduce the DL, and only you can make a difference. For example, if you are absolutely out of shape and your DL says or a desired life says I want to be six pack, and you know it's not a very achievable goal in the near future, you may want to reduce from six pack to probably I want to be in the right shape to begin with, or I want to lose some kilos to begin with. That's a great goal, so that you are happy and have a higher ambition and go on. So either you increase the CL or you reduce the DL, and only you can make a choice true to your conscience. Now that we understand the concept of happiness, which is CL is equal to DL, now let's come to enhancing or balancing the wheel of life or each category. So we need to set a goal. So how do we set a goal? Should we set for 1 month, 1 year, or for life? Should I set DL for the entire life? No, don't do that. I'll tell you why. Because setting a desired life or a goal for the entire life is a little abstract, and it's not very easy to begin with because it does not give us a easy actionable steps to achieve it. So what I do, this is my favorite exercise. I've been doing it for 25 years now. What I do is I set yearly goal for each category. What do I mean by 10? So for example, if I say, if I am earning, let's say 1 lakh per month, and my 10 for this year would be 2 lakhs per month. If I have that, then my financial spoke will move from, let's say, 4 to 10. That's my goal on each category. That's how I set goal for each category. It could be on weight. Currently I weigh, let's say, 85 kgs. By the end of the year, I must weigh 70 kgs. That's my 10. Currently I'm at 3. The 70 kgs would be my 10. That's exactly how we set the goal. And that you need to do for each category. Now you know very clearly whether your CL is equal to DL or what is your DL for each category. Very, very simple. And this is how you know how do you balance your entire life, because we have a very clear goal on each category. I hope I was able to get this message across. Now that you have set goals for each category, obvious next question is, how do I achieve it? You remember we talked about this big problem in my last video, where the moment I see something is dwindling down, I put all my energy into this and try to increase that, and it costs us other areas. So that's not the mistake we will be doing. We will be enhancing each category, but not at the cost of any other category. So how do we do this? So let me introduce you to the most powerful tool in the world. So for you to understand this concept, we need to play a game. And this game is only a simple game, but will last for 39 days. And there are no tricks, no hacks, nothing. And the condition is you cannot leave the game in between. So this game is all about a financial deal between you and me for the next 39 days. First day, I will give you 100 crores, which is approximately $15 million. You have to give me 1 rupee. First day, I give you 100 crores, you give me 1 rupee. Second day, I again give you 100 crores, you have to give me 2 rupees. Third day, I will again give you 100 crores, you have to give me 4 rupees. Fourth day, I will again give you 100 crores, you have to give me 8 rupees. Fifth day, 100 crores again, you have to give me 16 rupees. Okay, so at this point of time, how much I have given you? 500 crores, no brainer. Do you know how much you have given me? 31 rupees. So far so good. We need to continue this game only for the next 34 days. We have started 5 days up, so we have to go for 34 days. Are you ready to play this game with me? Yes or no? Now that you understand this equation, are you still willing to play this game with me? Okay. There is no foul play, there is no trick involved. Okay, it's a simple, straightforward game. Imagine you have played with me for the next 39 days. Do you know how much I have paid you? 3,900 crores, no brainer. Just think about how much you would have paid me. Just give it a thought. Can you believe you would have paid me 54,970 crores? I'm giving you a very rough figure. It's a little more than that. I repeat, you would have paid me 54,970 crores. Isn't that shocking? You must be wondering, Neeraj, no, I don't think so. It is 54,970 crores. Please do not use your calculator because it does not have so many numbers. Use Excel. You will be surprised. So that means with this simple game, I have made 51,000 crore profit. Now you must be wondering, Neeraj, but what is the relevance of this versus enhancing each category of life, and how do I enhance my life? Very simple. I am asking you to spend 1% of time every day. I call this 1% rule, and I have seen some amazing results with it. You need to spend 1% of your time every single day to improve on each category. This is called law of compounding. 1% of the time. For example, there are how many minutes in a day? 40 minutes. So it's about 14 minutes, 40 seconds. So I have rounded it off to 15 minutes. So you will have to spend 15 minutes on each category for you to enhance. Do not spend more. I repeat, do not spend more. You spend only 15 minutes every single day. You must be wondering, just 15 minutes, would it make such a big difference? Absolutely. This is called the power of compounding. You remember we talked about 1 rupee, 2 rupee, 4 rupee, 8 rupee. It looked small when we began. Imagine to improve your competence. Let me give some examples of the power of this tool with some categories, okay? Let's take a category of competency. How many books have you read for the last 10 years? Other than obviously your subjects, how many books have you read? When I ask this question during my workshops, typically people will say, I have read 5 books, 10 books or something like that. I said, okay, great. Now let us apply 1% rule, which is 15 minutes a day for this exercise. I said, if you spend 15 minutes a day reading a book, on an average, you can finish a book in 1 week, in about 7 days. This is on an average. Don't ask me how many pages and stuff like that, around that. So that means per year, you will complete 52 books, and in the last 10 years, just by spending 15 minutes a day, you would have completed 520 books. Think about it. Had you spent 15 minutes a day, you would have completed 520 books in totality. You might say, Neeraj, but I'm not a fast reader. Okay, make it half. You would have read 250 books, which is huge compared to 5-10 books that you would have probably read. Think about it. This is the power of compounding, spending 15 minutes a day. That's exactly you need to do for all the 8 categories. So how do you apply this to family life? You know what? Just think about it. You have a not so good relationship with your spouse. Spend 15 minutes a day talking something of a mutual interest. 15 minutes a day. At that time, no mobile, no distraction, no disturbance from outside world. 15 minutes a day. First day, it will not make any difference. Second day, probably your spouse will doubt, why are you spending so much time with her? But it's okay. Third day, not much of a difference. Fourth day, not much of a difference. You will see not much of a difference probably for a week or even for 10 days. But every single day, 15 minutes talking about a topic that's mutually beneficial or mutually interesting. If you do this just for about 30 days, your relationship with your spouse will shoot from probably 1, 2 or 3 to 7 or 8. Imagine doing this for 3 months, 1 year. You can't even measure. That's the power of compounding. And you can apply that to your kids. No judgments, no finding faults, none of, just have fun. Just have a simple heart-to-heart talk. This is how you can improve. And how much time are we spending per day? Not 5 hours, not 3 hours, not 2 hours, just 15 minutes. And you can do this with your friends. You know, there is a plan that you've been trying to call your friend for the last 5 years. Don't do anything. Just pick up a call, say hi. He will not believe you. He says without any reason you wouldn't call. You say, you know what? I just do this, and just do that and see what happens. You don't call him every single day. Probably call him once a week, twice a week or something like that. And 15 minutes probably you may want to spend calling your old friends. I promise you, in less than a month, all your friends will be back. Don't believe me? Try it out. Again, apply this in your career. Spend 15 minutes a day reading or upskilling yourself with a new topic. Let me tell you what happens and what is the magic behind it. When you start spending 15 minutes, it is not a pain perceived by the brain. 15 minutes will just disappear. But what will happen is it will start building the momentum. And after some time, the 15 minutes will not remain 15 minutes. When you start enjoying, it becomes 20 minutes, 25 minutes, and you will see, instead of you wasting time on the screens and the mobiles, all of a sudden you will see spending quality time on those categories that make maximum sense to you, that have the highest impact on the quality of your life. You can do that with your exercise. Spend 15 minutes a day doing a yoga or Surya Namaskar or pranayama or go for a walk. 15 minutes a consistent 15 minutes a day. You would be very surprised with the quality of your life probably after a month, or quality of your health probably after a month. And you know what is another wonderful thing that happens? You will not stop at 15 minutes because your body becomes so energetic, so happy, so relaxed that you want to do more of it. What were you resisting for years becomes a piece of cake. This is how you enhance the quality of life and bring balance in all the categories. You can actually have fun with this concept. Let me tell you, you are planning to clean your cupboard for the last 10 years and it is still with full of clothes and all unwanted stuff. Spend 15 minutes. If you spend 15 minutes every single day cleaning your drawer or a cupboard, don't spend more because it becomes painful. So in a week, your cupboard will be spick and span. Do that for your email inbox. Do that for cleaning your house. Anything. Consistency and 1% rule. That's the trick. So we talked about quality of life. What is wheel of life? What are the different categories? Where do you stand? What is the current balance of life? How do you set goal? And how do you leverage the power of CL is equal to DL, which is current life is equal to desired life, then you are happy. And most importantly, how do you enhance the quality of your life by balancing everything with 1% rule? I hope this concept has added value to your life. If yes, I sincerely request, do not wait. Apply 1% rule to make this happen. Define the DL for each category. Come up with 15 minutes plan and please implement it. And if you think it's valuable to you and to your friends, please do share this video with them. I'm sure they will thank you profusely. There is another disruption I want to add here. How do you like if I share with you one more concept that will absolutely change the quality of your life exponentially, not only with 1%. Along with that, how do you like by doing the small stuff, you can achieve exponential results? I call this X Factor. That's going to be my next video coming up very, very shortly. So please do press the bell icon. The moment it gets released, you will be the first to view at your convenience. So thank you very much once again, and I'm very, very honored to have your support. Kindly do like this video and share with your near and dear ones. Till I see you in my next video, keep learning and keep sharing.